and there was a place for the football team then, but that wasn't nice enough for them. So they turned it into a scholarship dormitory. You had to be smart and poor. I didn't have to buy.
Good afternoon, everybody. If I could have your attention, we'll get started and we can get through this and go to the party, right?
All right.
Party, party!
It's Sun City, we got a party. All right. Thank you very much for coming out. For those who don't know me or haven't gotten around to meet you yet, I'm Andy Kindler. I'm the current president of the Sun City's Historical Association or Society, and docent at the museum as well. So I see some of you have come through, and if you haven't come through yet, we want you to come through and see the museum. I think you'll be truly amazed at the nostalgia, at the history, at the way it's been preserved. So with that, let me introduce several dignitaries who are with us today. We appreciate them taking time out of their day to come. Let's start with our Maricopa County Supervisor, Debbie Lesko, who I will tell you later had a real instrumental role in getting this rock from where it was to where it is. So, her community liaison is Jim Bull.
You're good. There's Jim.
What is Jim? There's Jim. And we have several of our RCSC board members. Tom Foster, over there. John Brissett. Jim Ruff.
Oh man.
Rick Gray.
VIP section.
And who snuck in that I didn't see?
Jana May.
Jana May. Sorry, Jana, I didn't see you over there.
She's hiding out. Hard to see her through all these tall.
Well, yeah, all you guys, you could let her stand in front so she could see. Do we have any RCSCW board members here from Sun City West? Just don't want to leave anybody out, all right? We also have our new, I think she's still new, Rebecca Hill, our general manager. She probably doesn't feel so new anymore. Rebecca, come out here so everybody can see you. Poke your head out here so people can see you and meet you. And with her is our Director of Operations, Mike Dermeyer. If you don't know, while they were hiring Rebecca, Mike held the wheels on. So, did a great job. And any RCSCW staff? All right. Past presidents of the Historical Society. We have Ed Allen. Raise your hand or stand up. Excellent. Thank you. Don Tufts. Way in the back. Come on out, Don. Brett McKeon. And Brett is still extremely active. He runs all of our marketing and does speaking for us. So while he's not on the board presently, we'll get him back on when he takes a break. So, and another person who's still extremely busy and active for the museum is Bill Pearson, up over in the corner. And while Paul Herman is not on the board anymore. He never served as president, but talk about holding things together. Paul was on the board for a long time as our vice president. He runs our exhibits, and he and Nancy keep the house together. They keep the maintenance, they keep the upkeep of it. And current board members, besides myself that are here, Barb Wagers. Oh yeah, Barb. Oh, there she is. Barbara and I have the same problem. We stand up and you still can't see us. I know. Catherine Dubois. Tucked up there. Ann Levitt. There she is. And did I miss anybody else from the board that I didn't see come in? All right. Excellent. Last but not least of the board is Linda Borton, who really runs the place. And we're honored to have, the Questers do so much for history, but we have their state president, Robin Morin. Is she here? All right. And Yasmina Snyder, who we're going to ask to do a little presentation here. Where's Yasmina? There you are. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. I remember my first day coming to the museum. Bill Pearson, Brett, some of the older folks welcomed me, and I've been working here on and off ever since, eventually joining the Questers organization. And the Questers is an international organization that supports history, restoration, education, and what else? Preservation. And preservation. Well, that's good. Anyways, we wanted to offer a small token of our support for this wonderful plaque, the Marinette plaque, and thanking Debbie Lesko and her office for coming forward and just coming and getting the job done. So I just wanted to thank you because that made it easier for us, and I have the check here on behalf of the Roadrunner chapter of Roadrunners. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. Thank you. And is Carolyn Dwyer here? Right here. Carolyn, her sister Orla Potts, and Joellen Thomas, we're going to hear from Carolyn later. They grew up in Marinette. And this gentleman, I don't know your name.
Harry Phillips.
Harry Phillips was born in Marinette. Must have been in a home. There was no hospital, right?
A long time ago, I don't remember.
All right. This marker is a piece of granite, and it's a heavy piece of granite, was located at a church at the corner of 105th and the frontage road right west of the Grand Center. And it, over the years, was covered with rocks. In fact, when Brett first told me about it, I couldn't find it. So I'm standing on the corner, Brett, where's this rock at? And he told me how to get to it. The church, that building has been sold for redevelopment. We were concerned that the marker would just get tossed and, nobody would save it. And then, Marinette's history would be gone, except for the plaque in the museum. As you know, our mission here is the Historical Society collects, preserves, and displays materials and artifacts, striving to inform present and future generations of the pioneering heritage of this unique active retirement communities. Concerned that the marker was going to be gone, I think it was Brett contacted Debbie Lesko's office, and she says, my Maricopa Department of Transportation guys will be happy to move that for you. And enter Annie Mendez and his crew, which can't be here because a couple of them are on vacation, which obviously takes priority over this, right? But when they pulled up with this marker, because you see this, there's about another 14 to 16 inches underground, and a piece of cement, so nobody's going to just come up and pick up the rock and walk away with it. So Paul and I had the hole, we thought, ready, but when the guys got here, they said, no, we'll do it, guys. Step back out of the way. Let pros do this job. So they dug the hole big enough, brought in the front end loader, lowered it down, got it completely level and the right way. Wouldn't even let us put the dirt and the rock back before they left. So you had two happy guys, and Paul and I, because and Nancy was here with 911. She had 911 pushed just in case we needed it. But it did work. They worked quite a while to pick it up over where it was and to bring it over here and put it down. So we can't thank them enough. We're sorry they're not here, but share our thank you for our thank you for when you see him next.
I will.
So we'll uncover the plaque in just a minute, and there is more inside about Marinette as you come in, if you can join us for our party tonight. But let's first let Debbie come up and say, why did this even matter? She gets a lot of calls. Why did she respond?
All right. Well, why does it matter? Of course, because it's in Sun City. I've represented Sun City for 16 and a half years now. First, I was a state representative, then a state senator, then a U.S. Congresswoman, and now your Maricopa County Supervisor. And for those of you that don't know, I represent now 950,000 people in the West Valley. That's more than I represented in Congress when I represented 800,000 people. So basically the entire West Valley, I'm the lady you call. And so if there's any problems with roads or anything like that in Sun City, I'm the person to call. And so I just want to say thank you to Brett for contacting me. Thank you to the Sun City Museum boards, and thank you to the Questers for everything that you have done for Sun City. And I'm happy to help. I can't take too much credit except that I called the Maricopa County Transportation Department, our staff did, and those guys moved it for you. And if I had to do it myself, it wouldn't have been done very well because I'm not that strong. But I'm glad that the Maricopa County Department of Transportation was able to help. And really, I love the people in Sun City. I always have. You folks are very patriotic, most of you very God-fearing people, good character, good qualities. And that's not seen everywhere throughout the country and not seen throughout Maricopa County. And so I really enjoy coming to Sun City because you are my type of folks. You're my type of people. And just feel free to call me anytime. And thank you all for any of you that have done work here today. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing the museum again because I haven't seen it for a few years. And it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while either. And so it's good to be back in Arizona. Thank you for being here. God bless you. And Merry Christmas to all of you.
Thank you, Debbie. Robin, would you like to come up and say some words about what Questers are and why this is important to you guys too?
Hi, it's great to be here. Can you hear me? It's great to be here at this rededication of this marker. This is what Questers is all about. The Marinette Quester chapter, they started this, they initiated this, and we are so pleased that the Sun City Museum is preserving this marker. Questers is an international organization, and our mission statement says it all. We are a community dedicated to keeping history alive through education, through the preservation of meaningful places, and funding restoration projects. From local landmarks to national scholarships, the Questers work to honor and share the stories that have shaped our collective past. And I think this marker just demonstrates that mission so well. So thank you so much, Sun City Museum, for keeping this up, and for all, Debbie, for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. So now if I could just introduce, if I can just have you raise your hand, the Roadrunner chapter that was instrumental in this. They provided the funding for our marker that's going to be unveiled. I have a couple members of the Akatil group here, right, Chris? Chris, I have you here. Chris is the president. And do I have some Yucca members here? Yep, I've got some Yucca members here. And these are your 3 chapters here in Sun City that do so much for the museum. So thank you all.
Thank you, Robin. And now we thought it'd be fun to hear from Carolyn And I don't know if her sisters are gonna help her or not, but talk about growing up right here. We presume you didn't play on 60 because it was still a dirt road, right? On Highway 60, that was a dirt road back then? It was paved. Come on up and share some of the stories of growing up here with us. She didn't tell you that. She didn't warn you that you were coming.
Hi Debbie, it's good to see you.
It's great to see you.
Well, we came to Marinette when I was about 4 months old. So I'm not gonna, well, I guess I do have to tell you, I am now 81. These are my sisters, Joellen and Olta, and we wanted to just share a couple of our fondest memories of Marinette. I told my sisters earlier today, I enjoyed the ice cream socials that we had next door. We lived right next door to the Arizona Public Service transmission station and the guy who ran that, and his name was Price.
Lowell Wayne Price.
Lowell Wayne Price. And we remember the big fig tree in their backyard. We love figs to this day because they're no better than what we got off that tree. I remember all of the good times that we had. I played in the cotton bales. My sister enjoyed the haystacks. I'll let her tell her story.
Yeah, I remember playing in the haystacks. We would build forts from the bales of hay almost every day. And then my favorite memory was the grocery store was across the way. And my sister and I, would take the list and go to the grocery store, pick up the groceries. Well, I got tired of carrying mine, and so I left mine on the corner for Carolyn to pick up and bring home. So she hasn't let me forget that, so. And
But you enjoyed it.
I did. And what else did we do? We were near Luke Air Force Base, as you know, and my sister here met her husband there and then moved away to England. So we have some very good memories of Marinette.
How many people live here? Approximately, what's your guess?
How many people live there?
In Marinette?
Marinette.
Oh, and also the house that we lived in Marinette, they towed it to Peoria so that we would have a house to live in because Boswell was going to use all that property for his cotton field. So he paid to have our house moved into Peoria. Yeah.
One thing we need to know, the first Circle K that went into Sun City, you won't remember it, was where our house used to sit. Yeah, I have always remembered that around 103rd Avenue.
And Coggins,
Pardon?
kind of 103rd and Coggins, where the car mechanic is now.
I don't know,
It was a Circle K.
but it was on the, of course,
When
the
it was
south
Circle
side
K.
of Grand.
Yeah.
And I remember that. Olta,
All I remember is
go ahead. Step up.
when we would go to pick cotton, they had these big trailers where we would climb up the ladder and dump our sack into this big trailer. And I remember how much fun it was to play in there. And then somebody said, you could suffocate under there. So I thought, I better not do that anymore.
We all picked cotton.
Yes.
All three of us.
Picked and chopped. We chopped cotton.
I didn't chop cotton. I
Oh,
was
you were too little.
Yeah. But I remember the first time I picked 100 pounds of cotton. I was so silly. I dragged my bag up to the wing. Our dad was the field foreman. Our mother ran the lunch wagon, and I can remember I had a diet of chili beans and strawberry soda pop every day. I was a tooty little girl.
Still lives.
But I thought I had 100 pounds of cotton. I dragged it up to the scale, and my dad weighed it. It was only 50 pounds. I said, oh, stupid me. I didn't empty it. I dragged it all the way to the other end to fill it up and picked enough cotton to make 100 pounds total. I was determined to pick 100 pounds of cotton. And I got my $3.
One of our brothers picked a bale of cotton.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We-
Was that
yeah.
500 pounds?
I don't know.
Yeah, he picked a bale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, we picked a lot of cotton.
Yeah, I can remember going down the row with Mother, pulling a sack with Carolyn sitting, driving Carolyn on the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our mother made cotton sacks for all of the workers. I mean,
And she repaired them when they would get holes in them. They'd bring them her the cotton sack, and she would repair it, and off it went.
strangely enough, Bell Road was a dirt road at that time. Our dad would take that trailer, he had whatever vehicle he had to pull it with, he would take that whole trailer full of cotton, drive it all the way to Pima Road in Scottsdale to deliver it to the gin.
I thought it was Chandler, where we had a half brother that worked in Chandler.
No, he wouldn't drive to Chandler.
He did.
I don't remember.
Well, you were too little to remember. You're still.
Here we go, we are spiders.
And I loved it.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Eventually, I was almost 11 years old when we had to move into Peoria. But we had some fond memories, even with the goat heads we had to run through to get from our playground, the bales of cotton to our house. And it was usually hot when we did that. But we had some good memories. The general store was also the post office. And there was a little church across the irrigation ditch from the store. And we had a baseball team there. My brother was really good at baseball. Oh, you can't, I'm sorry. I'm not used to talking in front of people. I usually write. But anyway, we had wonderful memories, and we're happy to be here and have this community remembered, just like we did.
All right, thank you, all of you, for sharing those stories. That's got to be something to see the place that you grew up and what it's turned into today. Now I'd like to ask Paul to come up and help me. We'll uncover the marker, and then people will wrap up just shortly after that. I'm the one that said don't trip over it. Okay, as we close, let's acknowledge the prequel to Sun City story, right? The Marinette story is further on the back room on the wall. When you first go into the final room of the museum, turn left and you'll see the story of Marinette. You'll see a picture of the store that they referred to. And I think it'll tell a little bit more, plus what's on this placard right here. Thanks again. We're going to have a holiday party now. You're all welcome to join us for that and talk to the residents, the 4 residents that are here that spent some time in Marinette. Appreciate your coming out today. Have a great holiday season. One last thing, we do have our new newsletter inside. So if anybody needs that or wants that, grab it.